Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. The journey has begun, the ascent of the mountain of Lent to Easter. During Advent, I'd been reading the letters of the German laywoman, Ida Friederike Görres, at whose funeral Father Ratzinger, later Pope Benedict XVI, preached the eulogy. Due to my slow reading, I'm still working through the book of letters, and I have another book which I thought would be my Lenten reading, so now I have both to read. You'll certainly hear some of her thoughts over the next few weeks of Lent, most certainly this week, so any credit for spiritual help should go to her. For this week's meditation, I was struck by a few words of Görres on the experience of the calming or the quieting of the storm on the Sea of Galilee. I've only been to the Sea of Galilee twice, each time fairly early in the morning. On both occasions, the water was beautifully calm, although it does have a reputation for sudden storms. The only stormy thing that happened on my first visit was the presence of noisy party boats sailing by at 8 in the morning, which was both surprising and unpleasant. The story is beautiful. The disciples, who are experienced fishermen, remember, are crossing the sea when a terrible storm appears. Jesus is present in the boat, sleeping. They wake him, terrified. The boat will sink. He calms the raging waters with a word and questions their lack of faith. As with all of the gospel, there are many layers to meditate upon. First, ignoring the boring and outdated Protestant 19th century biblical theology, which denies everything in the Gospels, basically, this event is not a metaphor. Who is he that even the wind and sea obey him, they ask? He's God, and he did silence the wind and the sea. However, all the other ways of listening to the true account of this miracle are allowed and can help us, metaphorical, allegorical, etc. Görres makes the beautiful point that the Lord can calm the storms in our lives with one word, as he did on the Sea of Galilee. This is a worthy source of strength and comfort as we begin Lent. He is present. He is on the boat, the church, which seems battered and blasted by storms, both internal and external. He's present. Why do we doubt? The boat will not sink, even if drawing water. We look for exterior help when one word from him is enough. Perhaps the call to faith when in the midst of the storm is part of the Lenten journey, to trust in his presence, even if he appears to sleep. Similarly, for our personal storms, we all have them, family difficulties, sickness, difficulties with children. The call is to trust, to not complain, surely to spend some time in his presence. How much time in adoration do you spend each week in a disciplined manner, for example, commitment to half an hour a week, when in the midst of storms and difficulties, compared to the time agonizing or telling others about our problems? Even with the Lord on board, the disciples feared they might go down, they might be lost. Lent is a time of stripping away fears and false securities, rediscovering his presence, and renewing our trust. Brethren, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, like a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.